everyone, my name is Eliana. You can go ahead and call me Ellie. I am a certified yoga instructor and I am currently volunteering with the Pink Ribbon Place as a certified yoga instructor. I am teaching the Facebook Live yoga classes Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. English and 11 a.m. Spanish. So I'm very excited to be able to share this with all of you guys. Really quickly, before we go ahead and get started with today's practice, make sure you have yourself a yoga mat, and if you're not using a yoga mat, something that is not going to slip on whatever surface you're practicing on. If you happen to have a yoga blanket like this one, go ahead and pull that out, or if you don't have one, you can always use a beach towel. That works just as fine. And lastly, if you have a yoga strap like this one, if not, go ahead and grab yourself a belt or a scarf, as long as it's not elastic. We just want to be able to maybe bring our hands a little longer. If we have little short hands like mine, this is very handy. And if you happen to have the little foam yoga blocks, mine are currently holding my phone stand, but if you happen to have any, go ahead and bring those out as well. We're not going to use them. Really, our practice isn't revolved around, the yoga blocks. But if you happen to have them, go ahead and bring them out. You'll know exactly when. They just help bring the floor higher up. So I will recommend them if we ever go in a direction where you might need them. So it's always nice to have them handy as well. Most importantly, even though this is a lot of stretching and very more gentle kind of yoga, I guess would be the way to put it. Remember, still listen to your body. Listen if there's anything not feeling right, anything hurting, anything that you're this isn't feeling as good as she's saying it is, or anything like that. Please come out of it. Come out of the pose. Don't try to force your body into anything that we're gonna go into today. Remember to, number one, always listen to your body. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's practice. So let's sit up nice and tall. I like to use my towel or blanket and place it right kind of where that tailbone is. So I'm kind of half sitting on it, and all it does is kind of help me get a little taller, avoid that slouching that we do a lot just with everyday life. So, and a couple little shoulder rolls in. Okay, let's go ahead and close our eyes. Hands can go on the knees or at heart center, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And all we're going to do is take a really big breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Last one. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Let's begin by opening our eyes. Begin with those shoulder rolls. And when we're ready, inhale, bringing those hands nice and high. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Right hand comes right behind us, helping us kind of prop ourselves up. Inhale and exhale, twisting towards the right. Inhale one more time, and maybe we twist a little deeper. Inhale, hands back to center, and switching sides. So if you went opposite of what I did, that is completely fine, as long as you get both sides. And I do apologize, that is my neighbor's dog. I have no control over it. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, hands up to center. And exhale, bringing those hands back down. Placing your hands right on your Knees, this is a good time to go ahead and switch. Remember, we want to keep that balance in our body, so it's a good time to switch. The leg crossings, hands on the knees. And when we're ready, inhale, coming forward. And exhale, rounding that spine, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, tugging that chin and rounding the spine. Inhale, coming forward one more time. And exhale, tugging that chin and rounding that spine. Coming back to center. You are welcome to do more of those if that felt really good for you. Just for the time, I'm going to go ahead and continue with class, but you're more than welcome to pause here and get a couple more in. Inhale, hands coming up. You take that left hand, bring it across the body, right hand right behind that left elbow. And we're just getting a nice little stretch right into the shoulder. This area right here. And when we're ready, inhaling, hands back up. And all we're doing is just switching sides. And we're still continuing to breathe. Exhaling, coming back to center. Let's go ahead and remove that blanket from behind us if you had one. And all we're doing is rolling onto our hands and knees. From here, walking our hands forward, tucking the toes, and all we're doing is taking our hips up towards the sky for our down dog. From here, bending those knees one at a time, together. Just maybe bringing those heels back, trying to touch your yoga mat. And those front hands are pushing. You're pushing into that mat, really trying to avoid sinking anything like this into your pose, really working. Working those arms, working those shoulders. Okay, and when we're ready, if you happen to have any low back issues, anything going on in this area right here, please ignore my next cue of lifting the leg. Instead, just go straight and put your foot right in between your hands. Yeah, just to avoid any further injuries or anything you got going on. So inhale, lifting that right leg up. Again, if you have any low back issues, ignore this cue. Bend that knee and place that foot right in between your hands. So just meet us with our foot right in between our hands. Dropping that back heel. When we're ready, powering up those legs, coming all the way up to our very first warrior two. Couple things to keep in mind here before we move forward. Making sure those heels are lined up with each other, that front knee is bent, hands are out, and our gaze is right towards our little past our middle finger. And from here, we're trying to avoid the surfer kind of movement, keeping that torso kind of right in the middle. When we're ready, flipping that front palm, reversing our warrior, coming up nice and high. Really trying to find that extension in that side. And when we're ready, cartwheeling our hands all the way back down, picking up that back heel and stepping that front foot back. Again, taking a moment here, bending those knees, getting a little hamstring stretch in here. And when we're ready, inhale, lifting that left leg up, bend that foot, place that foot right in between your hands. Dropping that back heel, taking a moment to make sure that those heels are lined up. And when we're ready, cartwheeling those hands all the way up. From here, again, remember, try to avoid the shoulders coming up too high. Keep them nice and relaxed. Hands are fully engaged. And we're keeping that nice bend into that front knee. Taking a big breath in here. And exhale out. Okay, flip that front palm and reverse your warrior. Backhand is coming down towards that back thigh. And we're still keeping that front knee bent. And again, looking for that extension on the side of the body. And when we're ready, cartwheeling those hands all the way back down. Picking up that back heel and stepping it back. Okay, bending those knees one last time. Looking forward, walk those feet all the way to the front of your mat. We're going to inhale to a half lift, coming to the tippy fingers. Exhale, finding those hands, keeping those knees bent, keeping that back flat. Slowly start coming up, all the way up, nice and tall. Hands together, hands are heart center. Coming down to your mountain pose. From here, taking a moment to ground ourselves. Taking a couple breaths here. You can close your eyes if you want to. And just taking a moment to taking that sweet, sweet energy that you're creating with this practice today. Okay, and when we're ready, what we're going to do is either bring hands to heart center or hands to the hips. We are coming into a balance, so if you happen to be by a wall, that is great. Walls will be great. If you're having kind of a wonky balance day, walls will be great. If you happen to not be around a wall, I will be offering a modification to still get into the pose. Obviously just modified to avoid, again, the wonkiness of the balance. From here, let's begin shifting all of our weight over to our left leg. So the right leg is going to feel a little bit lighter because that left leg is really taking everything. All that weight on that side. Hands at the hips. And when we're ready, take that right foot and just bring it out to the side like this, out to your right side, and just bring that heel kind of towards that ankle, towards that left ankle. And if this is enough for you, if you feel like you're kind of good here, go ahead and just hang out here. If you feel like you want to test your balance a little bit more, go ahead and start bringing that foot up, higher, 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 wherever you start to feel it most comfortable. Again, if you have a wall, this is the perfect time to hold on to that wall. All we're doing is just testing our balance a little bit. Keep opening up that hip just very slightly with a little bit of tree pose for anyone who is interested. And when you're ready, begin sliding that foot all the way back down and bringing it back to center. Give that left leg a little shake. It did take a lot of that weight of our bodies. And when we're ready, let's ground ourselves again and take all that weight to the right side. Getting nice and grounded, and same thing. Taking that left foot, ankle here. Again, if this is enough for you today, that's awesome. Remember to listen to your body. And if you want a little bit more, then just start moving that foot nice and high wherever you find it most comfortable. Again, we are still keeping everything. Glutes should be working here, your abs are working, everything to keep this balance from toppling over. And you're still working, trying to keep this left joint, hip, sorry, I'm wobbling around a little bit too, there's a wind out here. But keeping that hip, trying to open it up just a little bit. And if you're having any issues like me right now, it's always helpful to kind of really ground that big toe in, like really dig it into your mat. It kind of helps you find a little bit more of that balance. And when you're done bringing it down, giving that that right leg a little bit of a shake to loosen it, relieve it from any of that tension we just put it in. And coming back to our mountain pose, back to center. Inhale, bringing those hands up nice and high. Hands together. We're going to begin folding at the hips here, coming all the way down, avoiding that back from bending, placing those hands on the ground. Inhale to the tippy fingers. Exhale, plant the hands, bending those knees, and in your own way, coming down to sitting. There is no fancy way of coming down to our final sitting pose here. But go ahead and grab yourself a blanket again if you need that. And hands can come to heart center if this is comfortable for you, or hands can come on the knees, again, whatever is the most comfortable for you. And I just want to take this time to, first of all, thank you so much for taking this time to come and practice with me, to share something that I love so much, and I'm so happy that I get to share it with all of you. I really am truly happy that I get to have these Facebook Live classes with you guys. So thank you again for taking that time. Most importantly, thank yourselves really for taking that time for yourself, for taking the time to practice something, to do something good for yourself and for your body. That really is the most important thing. And lastly, please continue checking the website, continue checking the Riverside Community Health Foundation website and Pink Ribbon as well. They will be the ones responsible for putting up these videos every Saturday morning, again 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. for Spanish. So continue checking with them for any status updates, everything. And once again, I am truly very thankful that you have all shared your practice with me, and I am very excited to hopefully see you all very soon. And until we meet again, namaste.